think the phone industry is where the automotive industry was in the 1890s. Okay, in the 1890s, if you remember your automotive history, cars had tillers. Okay, steering wheels took about 15 years. We're in that period where the core design of a phone, the innovation isn't done yet. Increasingly, experiences and also user interfaces will be free of the full operating system plumbing. I think that's something that the industry doesn't follow. So that means that you'll see more and more experiences and also changes and innovation in experiences regardless of platform. And what we did, the work we did on the N9, what we've already publicly said, elements of that come into other products and continue, including the swipe interface, including Qt, including the design language, the physical design language, which is here in the Nokia Lumia. It starts with better design on the glass, actually, what I've called sloppier gestures, so that you can just use something without having to completely pay attention to it. I think the live tiles are a perfect example already of a much more glanceable UI than, for example, iOS 5, where you're basically looking at a grid of icons. Requires quite a lot of attention and immersion to discern and find, right? And so these are much larger visual cues that you can look at. I think voice will be important, but I think there's a lot more innovation in that as well. I think a lot of interaction off the glass will be important. I'm not so interested, even while speaking to you, about specs. I'm interested in perceived emotion and perceived value. I think definitely size is driven by the American market right now. And if you look at our scale, which really takes in the world and Asia in particular, I think there'll be a counter trend, which is smaller, thinner, closer to the skin. I think in the future we'll be seeing many more smaller things that are actually the main deal of interaction. When we met, we looked at what's the best design that would fit with that UI that we had already going, and then we looked at the principles we used to design it in both teams again, and there was such a match. We said, hey, this just works. It's just better together when you put them side by side. Okay, I understand. Here's Metro, here's the design language we used, and put them together. If you really look out there, it's gray and black rectangles with rounded corners right now. And this is something different.